Alright, let's go Springer Mountain. I'm gonna see how this road is. Hopefully it's okay. There's the gravel road behind there. Let's go. Alright, well, it's starting out a little bumpy, but not bad. I mean, my car can definitely make this, no problem. Okay, we'll see if my little camera tripod thing that's connected to the windshield works, but I'm driving up Springer Mountain Road, and it's definitely not like the easiest road. To drive, but it's not the worst. Woo! I'm in low. Yeah. Looks like this is similar to Cooper that I drove last week, but maybe a little worse. I had the best night last night. I went to church that was like oh, hold on. I need to, oh my. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I can do this. Oh! Okay, if you take your foot off the brake, your car starts sliding back the other way. It's all good. We're all good. We're fine. Yeah, I had a great night last night. I went to church in Athens, which is 2 hours away, but I met up with someone I work with. Jesse, we call him Ranger Jesse, even though he's not a ranger, but and then rode part of the way down there. So that was a blast. And then I didn't get home until after midnight, so I'm kind of tired. But hopefully that means I'll sleep well on patrol. But yeah, it was really fun. And we went to like Taco Bell at like 10:30 and still had an hour drive after that, so it was crazy. Warning. Oh my gosh. Let me show you what I'm driving. Because, okay, so Jesse his car is also named Lazarus, which if you guys know, my car is named Annie Lazarus because she's like come back from the dead so many times. And Annie from John Denver's song about his wife Annie. But anyway, so like we were driving back to my car and I was like, yeah, I'm a little nervous about Annie. And he was like praying over the car, which is funny. Like, Annie, you're gonna be just fine. I've been praying over Annie for like the past couple days because I don't know, she was acting a little weird, and then when I checked the coolant level, it was basically empty, or like it was very low, and so I got new coolant, and then last night I was like, I've never actually put coolant in my car, and I asked Jesse if he would look to see if I put the right amount. And when he looked, he was like, there's no coolant in there. So he put more in. And then he said he overfilled it, but it's been fine. Like, there's been no issues. So, yeah, hopefully the coolant doesn't drain out. It's kind of scary. boys. We got some fresh mountain water right there. Looks like a good old spring. Okay, that was awesome. I feel empowered at this moment because I drove to Springer Mountain, and I've always wanted to drive to Springer Mountain, and I've been like afraid of the road, and it was totally fine. So, I mean, it's bumpy. It's not like the best road in the world, but like there's nothing to be afraid of, you know? So that was awesome. I don't think I've hiked into this from the south. Well, except for when we did the Bitmackay last year a little bit. But here is Springer Mountain, the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, it's a good day. It's had its moments, but it's overall a good day. Yeah, had kind of a low slump this morning where some things happened that I just wasn't super thrilled about with some hikers and getting creepy vibes from one person. But besides that, it's been a good day. It is a day on trail. It's a day. And yeah, last week I had some kind of weird interactions where a few hikers knew where I was gonna be camping that night, so they were waiting for me. And it was this, like, I don't have a big YouTube channel, it's small. Anyway, this morning, yeah, I had the same creepy thing. I don't mind. I mean, I love it that people watch my YouTube. That's why I put the videos out. But if you're giving off creepy vibes, it's disconcerting. And this guy was like asking me where I was going to camp and telling me that he needs to help show me the water source so that I don't know where to get it. And I was like, buddy, you messing with the wrong girl. It ain't me. I'm just like, seriously, give me a break. I don't know what it is. I'm just venting. Thanks for listening. I'm tired of creepies asking where we're camping. It's not okay. If I know you, or if you've had a little bit of a chat where, you know, there's a reason why you're asking, because you need to know for your own knowledge of like, oh, it'd be cool to have friends there, or I need to know for like how many people are going to be at the shelter or whatever. Like, that's one thing. But if you just lead with, where you camping tonight? Nah, stop with all that. It's not cool to lead with that question at all. Why? And it's probably a day hiker who could have packed this out themselves. Ugh. Annoying. Gosh, look what I found on the top of Springer. These don't even look real. They're so pretty. Wow. First sign of spring on Springer. I was really excited to set up camp that night because there was going to be a blood moon and a total lunar eclipse. And I was hoping I'd get a good view from my tent. It is so bright because the moon is a full blood moon, and we're having a lunar eclipse. Can't really see it. Only see like the edge. Very cool.
for anybody that has the question of, does a tornado hit in the mountains? This should be your answer. This is wild. I hiked this last year and this was not like this. Could have just been strong winds, but what the heck? Whoa. This is crazy. Like broken off up there and they're down there. That's wild. Oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, this could have been Helene as well, actually, now that I think about it. Because I know they did get some damage due to the hurricane. But that's wild. Yeah, my day today has been kind of dominated by weather conversations because we're getting some really gnarly weather. Speaking of trees being down. Oh, that is a beautiful pine tree. Big. It's sad to see these old trees down. But, yeah, my conversations today are just really encouraging and suggesting that hikers get off trail and making sure that they are aware of the risk. If they choose to stay on trail, I mean, obviously, like, as a ridge runner, I don't have the authority to tell people what to do, but I can just share information and hope, you know, they use that to make the best decision for them. So we're going to get really bad weather, possible tornadoes, hail. I mean, it could be significant damage like those trees you just saw. So I'm really hoping hikers get off trail. So we're getting pulled off trail tomorrow at noon, which I've never had that happen before. I've been off trail before, but not like, hey, you have to get off trail at this time. So yeah, I mean, we had the hurricanes last year, but that was more of a, okay, we knew this is happening. Let's like amend the patrol before I go out kind of thing. That is happening. I'm really just hoping that people aren't out here. Oh, in 21, we had a similar thing. If you watch my videos, we actually got off trail. My dad and I went into Above the Clouds, and we had like such bad weather that the stairs at Amicalola washed away. So I'm trying to, you know, explain like that was what happened in March of 2021. So similar timing and situation, but yeah. We have had a weird situation where there is someone pretending to be a ridge runner on trail, and we know that there's no ridge runner, especially a male, in this section, and apparently he's not being very friendly to hikers and kind of off-putting. So I'm hoping to run into him and kind of see what's going on and why we have a ridge runner impersonator out here right now. Benton Mackey. I'm just kidding. Benton Mackay. Double diamonds. Where'd you guys start?
Trailhead.
Yeah, we got started late though.
At the parking lot?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like we hiked.
So it's about 9 o'clock and in the morning, and I'm headed back to my car because we're being asked to get off trail, told to get off trail because of this weather. And I have been trying to encourage all hikers to get off trail, and sometimes they listen, and it's not that, yeah, sometimes they're like, okay, jump into action, and sometimes it just takes a minute to wrap your head around the fact that you just started the trail and now your plans have to change. But yeah, I'm just suggesting to hikers that they take the time, think out a plan, Can't force them to get off trail, but I highly encourage it. But yeah, I'm glad to be off trail because apparently tornadoes, hail, and possibly 90+ mile per hour winds are coming. I thought it was a nightmare about wind, but apparently wind did get up pretty heavy at one point last night, so who knows. But just thinking about hikers out here in a shelter, you know, during that, I mean, the shelter is not really sufficient for that type of storm. So I just hope everybody's safe. I will be worried tonight, but I feel like I've done the best that I can do to try to keep people as safe as possible, and then after that I just gotta let it go because people do assume the risk to be outside, and so, you know, we're not out here to control what they do, just to pass along information and give them kind of some options and that we know of, and hope that they make a responsible choice for themselves. All right, let's get this day started.
Honestly, this day was one of the most stressful days I've had ridge running. I dislike telling people what to do or strongly suggesting it, and it was such a bummer to ask people who just started to get off trail. But people overall had great attitudes and were very receptive to my message. That night, I slept on the couch and waited for the storm. The next morning, I spent some time working at base camp, which I absolutely loved and had a blast with.
Yay! Project Runway, ultralight. I don't want to mess. I'm like really scared I'm gonna mess this up.
Yeah, I have confidence in you.
You're so organized that I'm like definitely not doing a good job.
You are doing a great job. How can you cut it any straighter? Looks straight to me.
Yay!
Well done.
Wow, how does it feel?
It feels perfect. I so much lighter. So much lighter.
That's so funny. And it's still functional.
This was such a great idea. Who needs the straps and the clips? You don't need that weight.
And you could always like burn this with a lighter
Oh,
if
that's
you want
a
it
great
to like.
idea.
Just be
That's
really
what we
careful
need to
because
do.
it's gonna be so close to this.
Right, but that's
You don't
still a
wanna
good
burn it.
idea.
Yeah. Because
Nice.
that's kind of yeah.
But you know, even if it does ravel on off, it's not going to do anything because it's a separate piece of material.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be better just to let it ravel itself off.
One little.
So look, you have something else to do on your channel.
All right, let's see the
Oh,
straps.
true.
Well, I'm at a Zaxby's, and I'll show you the irony of what's behind me. It's an auto part, and the irony of that is because my car just broke down, and so I'm about to hike to the day's end, where I have a hiker rate. Oh my gosh, this bag is not fitting well. So yeah, I'm gonna be walking there. Thought I had my headlamp, but I don't. So we're just gonna be hoping that nobody hits me. Guess I'm not wearing the best colors, huh? All right, let's do it.
brush up my mug, you can fill up my jug with that good old time.
Yay!